there she was, one of the cutest co-eds at the small college I was attending. She was sitting there quietly next to me as I was studying my chemistry. We were both freshmen in the second co-ed class at a former all-male college. That meant that the men outnumbered the women by 2 to 1. So I was receiving some nice female attention from someone who had plenty of other options. And I was ignoring her because I was determined to make the cut. I wanted to be one of the 70% of freshman engineers who graduated with an engineering degree instead of something else. So I was concentrating on molar equivalents and ion exchanges when suddenly the power goes out. Everything goes dark. I stand up and say, "Damn!" She stands up, grabs me, and starts making out with me. All of a sudden, chemistry is the last thing on my mind. And I start hoping that the power never comes back on. And it does. And Alicia stops. Damn! Now that got my attention. And I started to pursue her. But I did not know about the Tao of Steve. And so the more I paid attention, the less interest she took. And she started to discover the other options available to a co-ed at a former all-male college. So I got over it, and I became something of a library rat. My free time was consumed by 2 things, running track and studying. And there was no time left over for romance. So the summer break comes, and I discover that the absence of having engineering problems to solve leaves a void in my life. So I start to think about Alicia. Maybe if I write her a note, maybe she'll go out with me. I decide to consult one of my engineering classmates. Now, friends, I was young, I was naive, and I had yet to hear this joke. What do engineers use for birth control? Their personalities. So my engineering friend starts to tell me that women love a man who can make them laugh. So far, so good. Then he tells me that a friend of his sent him a very funny note. Came up, folded up in a note. When he opened up, it was the drawing of a middle finger. He said, "That was funny." Now, do you realize that engineers will argue till the cows come home over the appropriate place to put a solar-powered generator in the power grid, or the correct construction techniques for a cable-stayed suspension bridge? But when it comes to details of romance, no argument. I took his advice blindly, and I did it. I'm not much of an artist, but I drew a perfect middle finger. I mean, you can see every detail. The knuckle, the fingernail, it was all there. I folded it up, put it in the envelope, mailed it off, waited for the response. It came. She did not get it. It was not an LOL moment for her. Whatever life was left in this romance was now dead. Stone cold dead. Recently, I Googled the things that drive women away. There are a lot of lists out there. There are the 5 things, there are the 10 things, there are 12 things. Do you know none of them include mailing off a picture of the middle finger? So now you know an entirely novel way to take a girlfriend and transform her into an ex-girlfriend. From a living ex-moron, or a living oxymoron, the romance engineer.